Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Joyner to begin the drive. Defense all over him.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Dickey. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Hits inside. It's Dickey.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
The Red Raiders will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Davidson. There he goes. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. They're all over him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Keeps it himself. Now the pitch. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Leaping grab for a big gain. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Motion from the back. Looking for room. It's Henderson. Enough to move the chains. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Pulls it. Keeps it, looking for the edge. That one just came off his hand badly. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Moving the pocket, it's Hammond. Throwing right. This time he's got him. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to get the corner. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Looking for the edge. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Handoff to Joyner. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Off-play action. He's got the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. There's a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Got it in the middle. It's Wesco. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown.
Makes the grab in their space. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Right side, it's Davidson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
From the red zone, it's Davidson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Making the adjustment on the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the option. Runs through a tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man.
He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out wide left, it's Burrows. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. With the catch, it's Davidson. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. He's changing the play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Stepping to the right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more snap coming before halftime. Snapped on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with UCF taking on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles.
And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right at the line. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Dickey. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. Got an alley. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. All over him immediately.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. On play action. Unloads it left. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Going for the big play. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Davidson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Finds his tight end. Turning it on! Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And the Tigers are marching down the field. The handoff to Johnson. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
To the air, it's Reynolds. Looking to the big tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Plows his way ahead. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Rashad Downs going up top. Setting up the screen. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, that's new. If you want to give the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It stunk. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
Big guy smells it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the direct snap, it's Coleman Williams. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David. He's loose on the right. He's at the end of the house. Touchdown, Tiger. On to attempt the try. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Deep in the end zone, it's Hudson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the two-point conversion to tie things up.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Here's a give to Joyner.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Drops back. It's Hammond. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hudson. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Needs it here on 4th down. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Time to take a shot. Snagged on the outside. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
at this part of the field in the red zone offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Oh, pressure's coming. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job getting that touchdown. Now you got to go for 2. You got to tie this thing up. And your defense better get ready because the opponent has time to work the 2-minute situation, drive down the field. This game is far from over.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Looking to throw. He's got it. The 2 is good, and we have ourselves a tie game. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Reynolds. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And I get it. You're trying to be smart right now because you got to go down the field, and you got to make something happen, and you got to make it happen pretty fast. But now you got to understand the situation. It's 4th down. This game's over if I don't get the first down. So the clock is not a part of the equation. I got to dial up a play and make sure I get this first down.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Hudson. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Joyner again. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Hammond. Right side, it's Hudson. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Driving forward, it's Dickey. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Churns into the pile. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love
Touchdown, Red Raiders! They jump on top here in OT.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the corner. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Out wide right, it's Brown. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
In the red area, it's Johnson. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a fourth down. What a play by this defensive front.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs.